on, YouTube? Here on this beautiful Sunday morning, I'm getting ready to make a run up to Belleville, Michigan. 37,000 pounds, 3 hours of driving, and naturally I have no idea what I'm doing afterwards because she hasn't told me anything. Just fueled up at Keith's. Beautiful morning, absolutely gorgeous. And let's get this on the road, shall we? Let's do it. Quick little inspection here, quick little walk around. We got the reefer set at 32 degrees right now, as you can see right there. See the number on the left is the set temperature. Number on the right is what it is currently inside the box. Usually when it gets, usually gives it about a 6-degree buffer, something like that, and then it'll automatically kick on the reefer unit. Fuel is good. We're right there, pretty much full. Thing about reefers is a lot of places you go to, they require that the reefer is at least half to 3/4 full before you're even allowed to back into a door. But most of the places I go to aren't that strict with this company. But see, we got the seal here, good to go. Of course, if the seal wasn't on there, they'd reject the load because that means stuff could be tampered with, and they just don't want that, you know. Tires are all looking as good as they can, I guess. They're tires, right? They roll and they hold air. I've already looked under the hood of the truck. I had a low coolant warning come on the truck yesterday, and it wasn't very low. Put a little bit in there. It was just below the minimum mark, so yeah. Look at all this stuff. Here at Keith's garage, I got all sorts of junk parts off of old trucks. Old fuel tanks, old axles. Yeah. And then there's the giant above ground diesel reservoir. They hold all the diesel fuel for their trucks and every now and again A+ trucks. Yeah. Alright. Now, let's get this show on the road, huh? But of course, first things first, I gotta do my logs. I have to do my logs. At least the paper. At least till December, where we got paper logs. Yep. God, I'm out of shape, man. I need to get back to the gym. As you can tell, I am a fat ass. I need to get back to the gym big time, man. God, I hate not going to the gym. I mean, you wouldn't know it by looking at me, but I hate not going to the gym. I just do.
And how to improve it. The NFCC can help request the report and explain what the numbers, terms, and abbreviations
out of air. Figures.
Their certified counselors can also advise.
Figures out of air. One thing about these Volvos is when they sit too long with the engine off, they just lose air pressure faster than any other truck I've ever had. We got one scale to pass going up there, but Sunday morning like it is, it probably won't be open. But you want to be on the safe side. You never know. You never know when that scale might be open, and you sure as hell never know when you're going to get a DOT inspection. That is the, that's the surprise to it all. It'd be nice if DOT inspections were like sobriety checkpoints where they told you on the radio exactly where they were going to be. But that doesn't happen with commercial vehicles. They don't give us the same leeway. There we go. All right. Look how chubby my thumb is. I mean, this is, I got small hands. Small hands, but fucking thick. They're like, I always refer to my fingers as Vienna sausages because Jesus criminy. I mean, look at them. Anyways, okay, now we're gonna get on the road. I got my logs. I got my food in the refrigerator. I mean, I got some good food too. My wife made, God, I was craving spaghetti. I mean, absolutely craving spaghetti. I haven't had just plain regular spaghetti in months, long time, and that's my favorite food. God, I was craving it, and I told my wife about it a couple nights ago, So she went out to the grocery. She knew I was going to be home yesterday for the night. So she went to the grocery and bought all the good fixings to make my favorite spaghetti, because my wife rocks like that. So she had spaghetti waiting for me when I got home yesterday at 7:30 in the evening. And I chowed down on some delicious homemade spaghetti. That was very good. And I got leftovers in the refrigerator. So I'm a happy guy. That's how you know I'm fat. I'm happy because of the food I have in my refrigerator. Jesus Christ! I hear it in my I hear it in my own self. I hear it in my own dialogue. After I say it, I'm like, Jesus, that's something a fat guy would say. I'm happy that that's in my refrigerator. That's something a fat guy would say. Okay, we'll see you in a little bit. To any of you four-wheelers out there that listen or watch trucker videos, just to get a little insight on what it's like on the road as a truck driver rather than driving around in your cars, I will say this, and this is this is nothing against really anybody, but it's definitely greatly appreciated. I just had a guy do this for me in a little Jeep Patriot. When you get on the interstate, if you if you're the kind of person that doesn't want to get on the gas very hard, so you can speed up and get in front of people to get on, so you kind of have to hope the people that are next to you that they'll move over a lane to give you space to merge. One thing that and I think I can speak for pretty much all the drivers out there, all the truckers, one thing that we all really appreciate is when we move over and we allow you on the interstate, without you having to speed up, because we may happen to have some room over here. It's pretty good. It's good etiquette to not speed up and get right up next to us and then not let us back over. Match our speed. That's always that is one of my biggest pet peeves on the interstate. But this guy did what I appreciate you all doing. He did not speed up. He merged over and allowed me the space to go back into the right lane. That is a big plus, and I really enjoy it when a four-wheeler does that for me. After he's basically returning the favor that I was because I moved over and allowed him to safely merge. So he allowed me to come back over, because the thing is, these trucks, like I'm topped out. I'm at my top speed right now. I'm going 70 miles an hour. That's what my truck will do, and that's faster than most company trucks will do. Most company trucks are going around 65, maybe 67, some even 62 or 63. So we can't just speed up, and maybe there's a line of cars behind you, so we can't just slow down and get in behind it because there's a line behind you. So it's definitely very appreciated when you do let us back over after we've allowed you to merge. But that's all I'm going to say about that. I just wanted to, I might bitch a lot on this channel about people, about situations, about maybe some four-wheelers that might get on my nerves. But I guess I kind of got to look at it like, like how you raise your kids. You might discipline them when they've done wrong, but at the same time, when they've done something right, you praise them. You tell them good job. You point it out. You specifically point out that situation so they know that they did something good and they know exactly what it was and they can build off of that. So if any of you, like I said, if any four-wheelers out there watch this is something you can build off of, because there's definitely been, I've only been out here 9 years, but even in that 9 years, there's been just a depreciation of respect between truck drivers and four-wheelers. And so it's, I don't know, maybe I could rekindle the relationship. Who knows? But I just wanted to go ahead and point that out, because that was, That's a good thing to do. Very good thing to do. We appreciate it when you all do that. So I'll do that from now on. I'll point out the positives also that four-wheelers do that might help us out when they actually show us a little respect. Well, now this is new. This just shows how little I drive up north anymore. Up north of Findlay anyway, Ohio. Last time I came up here, this was not 3 lanes yet. So they're moving right along with the construction. Really kind of surprised. Not too bad. Every time I see a truck pulled out from a trailer like that on the side of the interstate, the first thing that comes to my mind is I hope that trailer didn't catch fire. I don't know if that's just me or not, but hey. Love it. Toledo is the home of Jeep. Alright, I didn't really want to rant much at all on this vlog. So I'm in a good mood. It's a good day. It's a beautiful day. Nice day for driving. But I'm here. Well, I'm here at a little truck stop off 275 in the Detroit area around Belleville. Just stopped here to use a bathroom before I went into the shipper because or the receiver, because some places just don't even let truckers use the bathroom, so I had to go. So wanted to be safe and empty when I go into the receiver. But it annoys me when truck stops take advantage of the truck drivers in the area. What I mean by that is this place is a pay to park. You know, if you have to stay here and take your 10-hour, you have to pay you know, a fair amount of money. I'm gonna guess, I didn't see how much it was, but I'm gonna guess probably, you know, $15 or so, which doesn't seem like much. You know, 10 to 15 doesn't seem like much, but it's the principle of the matter. This place didn't used to be a pay to park. I've parked here before a long time ago, and it wasn't pay to park. But it's really gone to shit. You know, they're not even using that money to improve the facilities. You know, you would think, well, okay, if they charge drivers to park, then maybe they put that money towards good use and improve the parking lot and the facilities and make it a nicer place for a driver to call home for the night, maybe. You might think that, but you'd be wrong. I forget the name of this place. It's a BP, but yeah. Look at the crater-sized holes in the parking lot. Alright? They're massive. But what gets me, though, is I just went in there, you know, to use the bathroom. And it was the worst bathroom I've been in a long time. They're pretty much out of toilet paper in every stall. And then on top of that, half the stalls were out of order. And then on top of that, when I washed my hands, the air blower was out of order. It didn't work. And then on top of that, they didn't have any paper towels to use to dry your hands with. But they want you to pay to park here. It's just, you know, and there's really not a whole lot of options around here for drivers in this area. They have to go about, the next nearest truck stop's about 22 miles south on 75 at exit 18. You know, and again, that doesn't seem like it's that far, but when you think about the fact that with electronic logs, if you're out of time here, then you know, you're not going to be allowed to, usually a company is not going to let you personal conveyance your way down somewhere like that. The drivers have to stay here, and they know that, and they take advantage of it. You know, it's just bullcrap. You know, it really is. So I just wanted to say something. Just wanted to make my little point. But anyways, I'm gonna get off here and drive the remaining 2 miles to the receiver and go check in. So, yep, we'll see you in a little bit. Want to see my favorite feature on this truck? It's really cool. It's awesome. Watch this. See this button right here? The passenger side window. Well, down is up is down. Watch this. Pushing the button down, it goes up. I push the button up, it goes down. It's sort of kind of, it's kind of cool. I think it's, it's unique to Volvo. Yeah. It's a cool little feature they put in there to confuse the driver, called backwards wiring. Pretty cool, huh? I like it. Nope. Okay, I probably thought I was videotaping him, pointing the camera right at him, but I got the camera, you know. Ah, boy. Anyways, I'm in a dock door at Costco. Let's get her unloaded. A little quick tour of my truck. A lot of drivers on YouTube do it. A little tour of their truck, show the outsiders what we have in here, how we make them as homey as we can. So let's do it. Why not? I just went ahead and wiped down the dash with some Armor All. Man, it made a difference. It looks way cleaner. It looks so much better. I like to keep my truck somewhat organized, and I like to give it a little brighter color inside. So many trucks are gray and dark and whatever. One thing I do like about the Volvos, though, is they do kind of come with a brighter interior. Kind of a tan. Some of them do, and it just looks a little bit better to start off with. Like, I've been in trucks before where they're just black all over, and it's depressing, But I like to make it look as homey as I can. So I don't know why. Like, ever since I've been going on cruises a lot, I've really become in love with the color, like turquoise and stuff like that. So to me, that kind of makes it feel a little homey, a little nicer inside. So, I got this kind of I got this green rug, a little dirty. Yeah, I need a sweep. But I got this green rug in here to cover this black rug. Got a nice pretty little turquoise trash can. Brighten it up. It's amazing how stuff like that can just brighten the interior up. Alright, anyways, we'll go back here to the sleeper quick. Up here, I decided to put a bunch of baskets to organize some of my stuff. I use the top bunk as a shelf since I don't sleep up there. And I got, silverware and plates and plastic bags for trash bags, stuff like that up there. And over here I got my George Foreman. Let's see here. Just got some miscellaneous stuff. Got my Armor All wipes in there. Down here is where I sleep. I got my, it looks kind of crappy right now because I just half-assed to make the bed. It doesn't bother me too much. I mean, I'd like to make the bed sometimes, but that's a king-size comforter on it was probably a twin-size bed, so it doesn't really fit very well. But got my microwave up there. Some Gatorades. Got a little closet right here, which I keep all my clothes in my duffel bag. So I got my toaster oven in there, tray table, power strip if I need it. Alright, let's see here. I got my refrigerator in here. Y'all want to see what a truck driver packs for his meals? Well, let's see here. Alright. I got some meatballs right there. I use for whatever, lunch, dinner. Got some sausage right there for my breakfast. Got my eggs. I got some turkey slices. I got some turkey bacon. I got some leftover spaghetti right there. I got some lettuce for wrapping my turkey with. Let's see here. I got some yogurt, ketchup, some Gatorade, some honey mustard. Woo. And then we got the freezer. I love this fridge. And here we got the steamed frozen vegetables. And I threw a couple yogurts in the freezer. Gotta make frozen yogurt out of them. Pretty good treat. That's really about it. Guess we can go to the front now. pretty simple. Volvo dashboards are pretty simple designs. There's not a whole lot to them. A lot of blank buttons, a lot of empty buttons on these things. But I got the power windows and power locks and power mirrors over there. Stuff up there. No, I don't have a CB in here right now. I need to get one in there though. Got my coffee right there. But yeah, this is my home away from home. Just a quick little tour of my Volvo VNL 670. It's not mine, the company's. But that is what it is. So I might have a yogurt and chill while they get me unloaded. I guess we'll go ahead and tell you what each switch does up here too before I end the vlog. Like I said, there's not a whole lot in this truck. It's pretty plain and simple, but I'll explain them to you. You got basics over here, like any car. You got your headlights, your dimmer. You got your dimmer right here, headlights, flashers. You got all these gauges up here. It's kind of nice. Volvo, I think Volvo does a pretty good job at kind of making their gauges a little more car-like. You know, they don't look quite as truckish, which I like. I don't know why, I just kind of do. But yeah, so you got your turbo gauge up in the corner. Below that, you've got your coolant temperature, your water temperature gauge. Below that, you got your oil pressure. Then you got your RPM. Then you got your DEF fluid level, speedometer, gas or diesel level, your air brakes, the top one up there in the corner. That's how hard you're applying your surface brake, which is your pedal. And then of course, then you got your 2 air tanks. Tells you how much air pressure is in each tank. You got your air brake release valves for the trailer and the tractor. And then right here, you got a little switch. You can, you know, flick it up and down. Kind of one of those things like when you see a driver flash their tail lights at you when you think, or when you flash them to let them come over a lane. That's usually a button they're using for that. You got your traction control right there. You got your interlock center differential lock right there. It is not the same thing. It is not a differential lock on the axle. It just locks the 2 axles together so that you've got kind of like an open differential 4-wheel drive setup. Then this right here raises and lowers your airbags on your drive axle. This right here kind of increases your fuel mileage to some extent. I don't know. Eco roll. I don't really understand what it does, to be honest. I've noticed some different driving habits in the truck when I've got it on, but that's about it. And then right here is your hill start assist, which basically means that when you're stopped on a hill, when you're stopped on a hill, you'll take your foot off the brake, and for a few seconds, it'll remain, the brakes will remain on or applied to give you time to move your foot to the accelerator. That way, if you're on a really steep hill, it doesn't roll back on you. And I absolutely hate that feature because sometimes it doesn't disengage right away, and then you kind of miss your opportunity to move out into traffic because you're pushing on the accelerator and you can't go for a second. So I usually disengage that. You got your trailer brake. You got your sleeper fan. Oh boy, you got the cruise control stock, which I made a video on. Yep, and turn signal also. Yep. Let's see here. Windshield wiper controls. Yeah, windshield wiper controls right here. And also This button right here and this one will control what comes up in that display right there. It's kind of neat. And then you got your engine brake right there. So that concludes this day's vlog, everybody. I appreciate y'all watching, and I hope y'all have a good one and be safe out there. Make some money. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.